Hello friends, my name is Shashank and welcome back to my channel, and this video is a part 2 of my previous video in which we have learned that how to create a simple Power BI dashboard from scratch by connecting a Excel workbook as the database, right? So this was the dashboard which we developed in the previous video, and now in this video we are going to learn that how to transform this same dashboard into something next level dashboard with a lot of features, a lot of interactivity, and a lot of new metrics which you can add by simply dragging and dropping those values in the dashboard without even writing a single line of code. I will just show you how you can create from this dashboard to this dashboard, which is you can say the next level dashboard, which can give you a lot of information about your database, right? If you don't have the previous dashboard file, you can just download it from the description. I have shared the link. You can download and then you can start working along with me, or you can just do it afterwards. But let's start this video and see how you can convert the simple dashboard into the more next level dashboard. So first of all, if you have this file which we have just created in the previous video, I will just create a duplicate copy of this same Power BI dashboard, and then I will start working on that so that it will help us to save some time, right? So first of all, I will just try to resize everything and put them in order so that you can see that we have to make some space, right? So first of all, I will just reduce the size of these visuals so that I can start working on my layout which I have created for my new dashboard. And to save some time, I have already created a layout which I can use it as a reference, and mostly I use Inkscape to design my layout. You can see this is one of the layout which I designed, and I will use this same background, same layout to use in the Power BI dashboard as a background to get reference, and then we can just take a help from this and put everything in place. So first of all, I will just select the empty area in this, and then go to visualization. I will select the canvas settings, and then I will go to the canvas background, and from here I will select the image which I have saved, right? I will go to the desktop where I have saved that file, and then I will upload it and save it as a background, and then I can take a reference from that. Alright, so normal fit should not be the option, it should be fit. So now you can see that I have a layout where I know I have to place all the visuals. So right, so here this area is where I'm going to put this visual, right? Not this one, yeah. So now this is the map which I am going to resize it and put it to this area here, and I will take the date slicer to the top right side, segment to this space, and month slicer here, and then I will realign everything, right? So you can see that we have changed every visual here. I will put this visual and I put it here, and I will take it to this width, and then I will resize them, and I will change the style of slicer as well. I will select the slicer, and in the latest version, which is a June version, the slicer settings has been moved to the visuals and the format tab, slicer settings. If you go and you have the option to change the style, if I go to drop down, it will convert it to a drop down slicer, and then I can select the slicer, go to format tab, and then I will change the same formatting of the new visual as well, right? And then I can just select this one and I will change it to drop down as well. So now it will help us to save some time in the canvas, and you can use that space to add more visuals here, right? So now we have 3 slicers here, right? And we can use these slicers to slice our data, to filter out our data, right? So okay, so now we have 3 slicer, and I will add some more visuals here which I have shown you in the just few minutes back, right? I will just extend it up to this line, right? So now we have space to add 2 visuals here and 2 visuals here and 3 metrics on the top left corner, right? So these 3 metrics which I'm going to add are called cards. So cards are used to display numeric values or the string values which are single post, not multiple values, but there are cards as well which helps to display multiple values as well. So here I'm going to use the single card which will help us to display a single metric. So this is a single card. I will take it and I will place it here, right? And here we have this card, and here I'm going to show the total units sold. So how do I do that? I will just select the visual, I will go to the my data, go to financials, and then go to the total units, the units sold, and put it in a field tab. So it will automatically take sum of units sold, and that is 972,000, right? Units has been sold. So I will just make Control C, Control V, and then I will put the next one here, right? And here I want to show the total sales made, so I will remove this one here and I will put the sales here, and it will take as a sum of sales. And if you remember, in the previous video we converted the values into dollars for the sales, so that will help you to visualize data in the same values, in the same formatting which you are expecting to see, right? And then I will add third card, which I will use to show the total profit, right? So I will remove the sales here and I will add the profit column here, and it will display me the total profit which has been made through those sales and through the units which has been sold, right? So this is the first visual, right? And here I'm going to put the second card, right? And here I'm going to put the third card. So now we have 3 cards here, right? And then we have 3 slicers here, and then at the end I will just format everything. And now I want to add one column chart here, clustered column chart, which will give me the top 3 countries, right, with the maximum sales, or you can say the maximum profit, right? So I will just drag it here and I will put the country in the x-axis and the profit field in the y-axis. But by default it is going to display me all the countries, but I don't want all countries. I just want to see the top 3 countries with the maximum profit. So I will go to the filter tab, and without even writing a single line of code, I will just turn these values into the top 3 countries. So how to do that? First of all, just go to the filters tab and use the country and drag it on the filters on this visual, right? And then instead of basic filtering, go to the top n, right? So this is top n, and in the top n write top 3, and the next field which you want to add is how do you want to compare on what are the metrics on which you want to pick the top 3 countries. So that metric is the profit. So I will put the profit field in the value field and press apply filter, and it will by default automatically give me the top 3 countries by profit, right? And then you can turn on the data labels as well. Go to data labels, turn them on, and then you have the visual ready here, right? Okay, so this is one thing. And now even if you want to change the values here, you can do that very easily. If you don't want to see the profit, you can just simply remove that and use the units sold, or you want to see the sales, you can do that as well by just following the same steps, right? And the next I want to use multi-card. So multi-row card is you can use to show one or two more than one values in a card. So I will use multi-row card here, and then I will drag it to this way field, and here I want to show the top country with the maximum sales, right? One country which has the maximum sales, and the next visual will be country with the least sales, right? So here I want to drag first of all the name of the country, right? So there are multiple options. If you select by default which is the don't summarize, it will just display all the country names here, which I don't want. I just want the first name, so I will select first, and it will take the first name which comes in the serial order, right? And then I put the sales under below that, and it will take the sales of the Canada, because we have selected the first country which is coming in the top. But I don't want to see that. I want to see the country which has the maximum sales. So for that I will just follow the same procedure. I will go to the country and I will drag the country field here, and then I will go to the top n, and I will select instead of 3 I will put 1, and in the by value I will go to the sales and I will put sales, and now it is going to display me the country with the maximum sales. So now this is the country which is having the maximum sales, you can see, right? And in the below I will Control C and Control V, and then I will put the same visual, but I will change the settings. Instead of top n I will select the bottom n. So go to the top and drag from the drop down, select the bottom, and it will display the value from the country which has the least sales, right? So now this dashboard is not static. it is dynamic. It will change the values as you change your slicer, as you interact with the dashboard. That is the best thing. So let us see, if I change the date period from the slicer, it will also change the values here as well. So now you can see that under these date period from 9/1/2013 to 3/9/2014, I have the France with the maximum sales and Canada as the least sales. But I just want to filter out data based on the segment. So let us say I want to go to the segment. I just select government, and under the segment government, it will display maybe which country has the maximum sales and which country has the least sales. So this is how you can make a dashboard which has a lot of interactivity. And now in the bottom left corner, I want to add two more visuals which will display me the some of the information about the products, which products has the maximum sales and which products are giving the maximum discount. So for that I will just use the bar chart or clustered column chart, whatever you want to do, you can use that, right? Clustered bar chart. So for that I will select the product in the y-axis, and then I will select the units sold in the x-axis, and now it will display me all the products with the amount of units which has been sold under each product. If you want to convert that into the top 3, then you can also do that by just following the same procedure which we did for the this visual and for this visual as well, right? And the next visual I want to do that is for products which are giving the maximum discount, right? So I will remove the sum of units sold, and I will take the discount field in the x-axis, and then I will go to the filters, or you can just do it from here as well. Instead of having the sum of discounts, you can select the maximum discount. So it will take the maximum value which they have given as a discount by product. So that will also help you. And if you want to take it as the average, you can also do that by doing that an average. So now I will just go to the visualization formatting and take the data labels, turn on, and now you can see that peso is giving $16,000 on an average as a discount on all the products which has been sold on all the segments or all the countries, right? But if you want to drill down based on the specific country, you can also do that. Let us say if you want to see what kind of what is the average discount these products are giving in France, you can select on France, and it will drill down the values as per the France only. So now you can see the values has been changed and everything has been changed based on that selection. So I will also turn on the data labels here. So now we have all the visuals in line. I just want the last thing which is left is the formatting, which is very easy. So first of all, I will select the first card. I will go to this one which I have the category label. I don't want to display the category label, so I will turn on the titles here, right? So I will turn on the titles. I will select totals units sold, total units sold, right? So that is my title, right? And I want to add a divider here. This is it. And I want to change the color of the text as well, which is the yellow. So now we have the same formatting here. I want to turn on the you can say under the effects tab, I will turn on the visual borders. So visual borders will be of white color or off-white, whatever you want to use. So I will use white, and I will turn the corners little bit rounded. So now you have the visual with this type of formatting. You can just select the visual, go to format painter, and paint the same visual, same formatting to each of these visuals. Now you have to add title for all these visuals here. So I will go to title, and then this is the total sales. This is it. And then for that I will add total profit, right? So this is total profit. So now we have 3 visuals, and then we have 3 slicers. So I will just resize them and place them in a realign them accordingly, right? So now we have these slicers resized and realigned. I will also do that the same thing with the date as well. So I will turn off the slicer header, and I will turn on the title, right? And title is date selection, whatever you want to write. And then I will add a color, that is the yellow one, or if you want to add a background color, that you also can do. So I will select this background color, and the text color can be white, right? And this is it, you have this. And now you can just turn on the, under the effects tab, you can turn on the visual border and make it a little bit round. So this is it. So now you can select all these visuals, right, and realign them in the same line format. Go to align, and then first of all distribute them horizontally so they are placed evenly, and then align them in the middle. So now we have all the visuals aligned in the middle, right? So now I want to change the coloring of these as well, which I think you can do now because you know how to do that. So I will just select this one, Format Painter, and select it. So I will change the color of this as well, right? And now we have these visuals, we can resize them and realign them. And at last, after realigning all these visuals, I will do one more thing with the map visual, which will really help you to visualize your data and conditionally format your data, right? Okay, so Format Painter for all the visuals. So now we have these visuals. Now we don't need that background which we had uploaded from the PC. So I can just go to the canvas settings, canvas background, and remove that and take the background as a black color. So now you can see our dashboard is looking similar to what I have displayed you in the beginning of the video, right? So now in the product analysis, you can go to the format, you can change the background color in the style tab, and you can take the yellow color, right? And then you can change the text as well, sales and profit analysis, right? Dashboard, and you can make it a bold, right? So this is it. And now at last I want to do something with the map. So select the map visual and go to visualization tab. There is a map setting and there is bubbles. So I will go to the bubbles and I will increase the bubble size to 20 so that you can just see at least what is happening here in the map itself. So now you can see the bubble size has been increased, but now it doesn't give me any color coding based on the value. So I can do that by just simply going to the colors. Under the bubbles tab you have colors, go to the colors, select drop down and go to FX. So FX is the conditional formatting where you can use the fields to conditionally format, or you can also write some DAX formula and do that. So I will use the formatting style as a gradient, right? And then I will select on which field I want to base my conditional formatting. So I will go to the financials and then I will select the sales as my criteria. So lowest value, and I want to add a middle value as well. So lowest value will be you can say green, which means that this country has the least amount of sales, and red will be the highest, which will display that this country has the maximum amount of sales. So the moment I hit OK, you will see that now the countries with the maximum sales has been turned red, the countries with the least sales has been turned green, and so on for the middle values as well, right? So if I drag the values here, the dates here, you will see the countries will also change color based on their sales numbers, and their colors, and the bubble size will also change. You can see that now the colors has been shifting from one country to another based on the selection which we have made. So if I go to the government slicer, I will select remove the government, and then I will select let's say small business. So let us say how the values are shifting, government, enterprise, right, and then the channel partner. So now you can see the values are shifting from one country to another country, and the values are also changing in each visual, right? So this is how you can turn your very boring looking or very average dashboards into more interactive dashboards. So now the next question is how to add a button to clear all the slicers at once. So for that, in the newest version, you have a very simple thing to do. Just simply go to the insert tab, and then you can add a button here, or you can also add a shape itself. So I will add a button. This is the reset button, right? So now I have a reset button here. I will go to the style, and then I will go to the icons. I can change the icon color to black, right? And the next step is I want to add action. What action you want to perform when you press that button, right? So this is action tab. Turn on the action tab here, and then go to drop down, select it as clear all slicers, right? So the moment you hit clear all slicer, it will turn the icon into text, which you can also change that, right? Go to slicer settings, and then instead of a text, turn on the icon, and you can turn off the text as well. Go to the text field, turn off the text, and if you want to display the only the button, you can see the button is now active, right? Which you can use to clear all the slicers. So now you can remove the visual borders as well from the style tab, which doesn't look nice here. So I want to remove the visual borders, and then at the end you have a tooltip as well. The tooltip just gives text when you hover over the button, that what action is being performed when you hit the button. So you can see clear slicers. So the moment I hover over that, it will give me the tooltip that it is going to clear all the slicers. So in the Power BI desktop, to use any button, you have to press the control button and then press your the mouse or whatever you are using laptop, then the left key. So it will clear all these slicers. So you can try once again. If I select August, then it will change the values. I want to go back, and then you can hit the slicer button. It will clear the slicers. So this is it from my side. The dashboard is ready. You can add more visuals, you can format it accordingly, you can change colors, you can do anything, and then you can present your data by exporting it as a PDF file, or you can publish it on Power BI online services if you have a official account on the Power BI online services, which I don't have because I'm using a free version of that, right? So if you have any question, you can please comment me in the comment box, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. So we will connect and we'll discuss on how to go further with more complex dashboards. So this is it, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.